Hello,
Hey!
hello.
Been a while since we talked to you guys together.
So, obviously, by the title you guys know, this is going to be all about our
Aruba trip.
We decided to do this travel vlog a little bit differently this time. So all the other ones, we kind of did like a storyline, right?
From we did from beginning to end, traveling there, just like every day we woke up, first thing we did was like start vlogging. We vlogged most of the day. This time I think we wanted to focus just more on being with our friends and family and catch what we could.
One of the things that we just wanted to do was like, hey, let's try to tell it in a different way.
We're doing it like a more of a story time.
Yeah, story time, sit down travel vlog. So I guess we'll just jump right into it.
It was super stressful
Getting there.
It was.
We got asked a lot of questions as far as what the testing process was like and being accepted into a country, you know, since everything's
pandemic.
Yeah, well, since everything, well, the testing was relatively easy.
Yeah, it was a lot more simple than I thought it was going to be. It seemed kind of funny though, the way they make you do it. Like we went to a CVS like drive-through, and they just kind of are inside the building. The lady was like grabbing the testing stuff with her bare hands and putting it back in the bag and telling us what to do. And then when she actually gave us the test, she just walked away.
Yeah, nobody monitored us.
Yeah, we could have not like done them at all and just gave them back and guaranteed a negative. And then I wondered at the same time, I was like, well, if we have to do this test 3 days before we actually get on the plane, like you can come in contact with a whole bunch of people who have COVID within 72 hours and you can still show them a negative
We don't want to
test.
get into all that kind of stuff, you know.
Seems kind of silly to me.
It was stressful though because, you know, you have to wait to get your test results back and we're like, oh my goodness, you know, and like obviously our friends had to go through that process. Those of you that are planning an international trip, just know everything's all over the place. We showed up early to the airport, like the time you're supposed to show up for international flights, but it was a madhouse. Like it was chaos. There was this insane line that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
Because they have to do so many extra checks with your paperwork and like filling out your travel, you know, you guys will learn like if there's a travel card and you have to purchase travel insurance and all that stuff. We were starting to freak out and thought we were going to miss our flight.
We were already started looking for different flights to get there. Luckily, somebody came to the back of the line and asked, you know, people for our flight to come forward to get to the front of the line.
Yeah, there were American Airlines employees that were like, are you flight blah 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 to Miami? And we're like, yes, it's us. And then miraculously they pulled the Miami group over to the head of the line and
we were able to get through security in time.
We made it to the country and got our rental car.
Our tiny little rental car. We got this like tiny little Hyundai Elantra or something.
It was hilarious because
funny.
Chubb's car seat took up a little bit more than like one whole seat in the back. So our friends Dawn and Jose were like crammed together.
Squeezed back there.
Which rental cars are super affordable.
Oh my
so
god,
that was
it was
a
so
huge
cheap.
bonus. That was
it was like $300 for the week for a rental car. I was like,
yeah,
why
was
can't it be
nice.
this cheap everywhere?
Yeah.
Our Airbnb was beautiful. We had a nice big pool in the back.
It was insanely gorgeous. We went to the grocery store, got to get groceries, and
Food was expensive.
was the food expensive?
It was,
Yeah, it was
but
expensive.
it was weird. Was that
And the restaurants weren't expensive.
the restaurants weren't expensive?
No, the restaurants were like the same price as where we live right now,
Yeah,
which was awesome.
But when you go buy groceries, it's like a pint of strawberries is like $12.
Everybody was mean there too. Like, and
Not everybody was mean.
most of the people that
At the
worked at the
grocery
grocery
store.
store, I mean, yeah, like I
Yeah.
wanted to say that. Like I'm not speaking for all of the Arubans or the locals that work there. We met a lot of nice people, but everyone in that grocery store was a jerk.
Yeah, if you end up going to Aruba after watching this vlog and you
Super food.
super
Suck.
suck.
Isn't that what we were
Seriously,
calling it?
like you go in there and you try to ask people for help and they won't even look at you. I feel like, oh, I'm sorry for being, you know,
Making you do your job.
you do your job.
We booked this gorgeous hike, over 4 mile hike. Had to be there at 8 in the morning.
Like that 4 mile hike was incredible.
And our tour guide was amazing. His name was Dion.
You can find him on Airbnb. He does those
Like excursions. We'll put the link in the description for you guys so you can book with him. He was just so chill and he was just awesome.
Yeah.
Like he knows so much.
We came to the, what was it? The
Dos Playa.
Dos Playa, and I climbed this giant rock that had a rope attached to it. Hope did not like it. I was like,
No, because
I'm
it's
doing
like,
it.
you don't know what that, I was like, you don't know what the rope's attached to. Slippery, I don't know. It was
The tour guide said that he hadn't had anybody do it since they changed the rope out. Like I was the first person that was able to climb it because it was a thinner rope. and I had to prove something, I guess. I don't know. I started getting attacked by a bunch of terns because it was a tern nest.
There was
hundreds.
So many of them. It was hilarious. They were like trying to swoop down, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't step on any nests.
No. Once I realized what was up there, I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back down. And then we kept hiking from there.
We went through the dunes,
yeah,
which was really cool. It was just so like, there was a lot of desert-like terrain. I thought it was really beautiful. Aruba, not your typical lush Caribbean island, but the beaches are like, you're gonna get the turquoise water, white sand.
Very unique trees there too.
Yeah.
Because of the way that the wind, it's like the wind is always blowing. You'll notice that when you get there, that it's just kind of constant, but it makes the trees grow like sideways. And like
we can show them a picture of like the trees they have. They have a lot of them at like Eagle Beach and stuff. Well, it was just like a different landscape we had never experienced before.
Past the dunes and came to this natural pool.
It was the Conchi.
The Conchi natural pool. There was a bunch of these little crabs there and like really pretty tropical fish and a little cliff that you could jump off of, and me and Hope and Isabel were all jumping off of there, and
it was so gorgeous. And then like you're in a bowl of rocks, and then the waves.
Oh yeah, the waves
from the outside ocean.
Over.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Really,
so
really
beautiful.
After the natural pool, then we went back to Dos Playa and did some cliff diving. Me and Jose did.
I was not okay with that at all.
Ooh.
I wasn't gonna tell you no. Obviously, because I was like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and Cody has always wanted to do it, but I was like, the whole time I was like, really think about this, because there's been lots of people before that were completely fine, and then they dive, and then they're paralyzed for the rest of their life.
It was this 30-foot cliff straight into the ocean. The guy, he created this like box in the sand. He's like, okay, you have to jump within this box or whatever. That was a little sketchy. And then he started talking to us about timing the waves and making sure we don't swim for the rocks if we start getting in a little trouble, because it would, you know, just smash us into the rocks. And he started like giving us all these warnings. Me and Jose jumped first. Jose ended up almost drowning. He started panicking and swimming for a giant rock, just like the tour guide told us not to do. And then he gets thrown over this big rock.
I was just so freaking, I was effing scared. Because I was standing up on this cliff watching all of this happen. And I'm like, oh my God, that's my best friend. And he just got thrown over a rock, and the rocks are sharp. So I'm just like, did he get his abdomen sliced open?
I was worrying I was gonna have to save him, but you know, luckily he was able to figure it out. We got to the shore and he had blood all over his face. Thought he cut his face open, but it turned out that he just cut his like index finger.
He just sliced his finger a little bit.
Yeah, he was fine.
Other than that though, the day was incredible. It was so beautiful. We loved the hike.
Then that night we went to a restaurant called Barefoot, and
it was on the beach.
It was a beautiful view.
The ambiance was gorgeous.
Was
so beautiful.
Food was
oh my God, don't waste your time going to that restaurant. Wanna come say hi? Ooh, somebody got up from their nap.
Hi.
Hi.
Tell them what you're doing.
I'm watching my movie.
What movie were you watching?
Luca.
Luca's a good movie. I like that movie. So the second day was super chill, super laid back. We hung out at the pool. Then we decided to go explore the capital. It was downtown Oranjestad. The city of Aruba was colonized by Dutch colonials. So the architecture and the downtown area was really, really beautiful, super colorful. The third day
that was chock full of adventure.
We did so many things. We went out and about everywhere. We went to Eagle Beach.
Absolutely gorgeous. We were able to park our car pretty much like on the sand, and it's like you're there at the beach. So
water,
cool.
That was the first time in my life that I've seen water like that in person, and it was awe-inspiring. Temperature was perfect, it was clear. Oh, that was another cool thing too. So they're called palapas. They are straw bamboo umbrellas. Like they're permanent structures that they have built on all of the beaches there, and they're free.
Yeah, we thought for sure somebody was going to come and charge us for them, because that's what we're used to in Florida, but nobody, we
brought our beach chairs from the villa. So you can get shade the whole time you're there, which is obviously super important. And
me and Jose rented a jet ski, and he was on the jet ski, not in the water, still found a way to drown almost.
No, he did not find find a way
No,
to
he
drown
was. He was
us?
holding on to me and kept getting water
Well, you were
splashed
driving
in
like
his
a
face.
wild man.
You're on a
I
jet
wasn't-
ski.
I wasn't gonna get on a
You're
jet
not
ski
gonna
with
go
you.
slow on a jet ski. What kind of person would do something like that? The water kept
I would.
splashing him in
I
his
would go
face, and he's
slow.
like, still.
Was he
drowning.
choking when he was driving?
I got on the back too. I didn't get.
I mean,
choked.
hey, you know, we
Like,
love Uncle Jose though.
Yeah, he's awesome.
We love
but
Uncle Jose even though he's challenged
he's
when
not,
it comes to water.
He's not built for water. After Eagle Beach, we went to this bomb-ass taco.
Ugh, so good. Okay, so we started losing hope with the food there. Because like the first day when we went out, the food sucked. The second day we went to another restaurant, it was not good.
We
It
went
was
to
really
this
good.
taco place called Lola, and it was just, woo. They had one that was like marinated pork and then like a cabbage slaw and then like chopped pineapple on the top and then like a drizzle of some kind of sauce. That one like hit me like, on the soul.
Everybody there was super nice, and some of them that worked there were our followers. And one of the girls that worked there has been following us for over... Tiara. Yeah,
she
she's
was
been
really
following
nice.
us for over 5 years. She came up and said hi, and she was like really nervous at first and like worried, but she was so sweet, and we're so glad. Everybody
Everybody that
followed
worked
us.
there was really nice.
Yeah, they were so
Cool.
nice, and then the whole restaurant wanted to take a picture with us, which
I
that
was-
was really cool to experience. It was, I felt nervous too. I was like, oh my god, all of these people want to take a picture with us, and so we were like standing up in front of all the customers, and then everyone that worked there wanted us to take a picture, and I was just like, what? Really? You want to take a picture with us? I was like, okay.
Then we went
Back to the house.
Back to the house. We picked up Dawn. We went to a lighthouse, the California lighthouse. You can see like, I think, what do they say, like 80% of the island from
Yeah,
there.
so you can climb to the top of it, which if you're claustrophobic, I'm just going to give you a warning, it's not the funnest climbing up there. But it's worth going up.
Then from there we went to the
Palo Vista?
Palo Vista.
I think that's what it's called, the Palo Vista Chapel.
They had this really interesting little like Zen garden thing that you can
It was a
walk around.
labyrinth.
A labyrinth, yeah, and you can just walk around in there, and it's supposed to be there for like quiet thought or whatever.
The chapel was really beautiful, and they had all of these white concrete benches outside where you could like sit and gather. I thought the architecture of it was beautiful. The way they had it set up was beautiful, and it's like near a cliff. It's just kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. It gives you that feel.
Yeah.
And then there's all these giant cactus around.
And then we all went out for our dinner, for our Hope and Jose's birthday dinner.
Yeah, because it was Jose's 40th and my 31st birthday
We went to a place called The Lobby.
in the
and
Palm Beach restaurant area. Oh, it was so good.
Live music that was going on in that restaurant was a little odd.
Poor girl.
Yeah, she was feeling herself, but I don't think anybody else was.
I don't want to say, oh, that's mean.
Okay,
You're so mean.
the next day,
Hey, Dawn and Jose left. They had to go back home. We decided to stay for 2 extra days. We wanted to stay for 5 full days.
but we had to get another Airbnb, so we
Yeah,
had to
'cause the
move
house
out of our
wasn't
that
available.
current villa and go to a different one. So we packed up all of our stuff from our old villa, and from there we went to Aruba National Park. And we saw, first was Boca Prince, which is, they warn you about the water. They like, apparently.
You're not allowed to swim in it. It's way too
yeah.
dangerous. There are some beaches there that you absolutely cannot swim in. You will die. You will die. But there's a lot of safe ones to swim, and they have them like designated there, so.
You can tell, like, when you see the water, like, it was very choppy, very dangerous looking, but very beautiful and nice to look
Yeah,
at.
and walk all the way on top of the cliffs to give yourself like a bird's eye view of it.
Yeah.
But then they also have a staircase that you can walk down. And like you can put your feet in the water and stuff. Like it's safe for that.
Yeah.
But you just can't
But you
swim
can't
in
swim
it.
in it, yeah.
But it's really worth walking down and
Mm-hmm.
experiencing like these giant cliffs on each side of you.
The biggest reason we went, and the reason I was most happy that we did not do the guided tour was because we went to Quadjikiri Cave. We were by ourselves in there. And that cave was absolutely awe-inspiring.
It was spiritual. But yeah, that's why it was so much better to do the self-guided, because
we were able to do, like, walk through it all by ourselves. We were able to take pictures.
God,
and
we
be
were by
ourselves.
ourselves in that cave. It was so incredible.
Yeah, and then as we were leaving, this whole, like,
30 or more people.
group came in.
Just able to really feel the place and take as many pictures as we wanted and just be like quiet in there.
After the cave,
Went and checked into our other villa.
just stayed there for the rest of the night, grilled some barbecue barbecue chicken.
Jumped in the pool.
Jumped in the pool.
Vacation stuff.
Vacay, man.
Vacay.
Last day we decided we were going to drive to Baby Beach, which is like
Baby Beach.
on the opposite side of the island.
Where we were staying.
Where we were staying.
It's on the south end?
Yeah.
And we were all the way at the north end.
But the island's only like 43 miles long or something like that. So to get anywhere was less than an hour drive on the island. Baby Beach was absolutely gorgeous.
So worth it.
Totally worth the drive. Just super calm, cool, blue-ish turquoise water.
Aquamarine.
And like you can walk out for at least like 100 yards and it stays about waist deep.
Yeah.
And
so it's great for kids too.
Yeah.
Chubb had her little like floaties on and
hence Baby Beach. It was interesting though because like when you're standing on the beach, you see like this serene, gorgeous like landscape, right? And then you turn around and there's like this like
old oil refinery, like abandoned
behind you.
oil refinery.
Yeah, it was a little weird. But
leave it to Cody to point out realism.
I was like, well, I'm just gonna turn it back around. Look at this, you know. I think after Baby Beach, we ended up just going home. I made some homemade burgers.
That was so nice.
Yeah,
more cocktails, more
margaritas. Got ready for leaving the next day, and leaving was a big fucking mess.
Absolute hell.
Mess in
Leaving
and of
was
itself.
absolute hell. The trip was incredible.
Yeah, the overall
amazing.
Like,
Aruba is insane. You should
an amazing time. 10
out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
My only takeaway from it was traveling internationally during this whole pandemic thing is maybe not a good idea.
I don't think we're gonna do it again until they
everything's
lift
normal.
even more restrictions because it's just so much of a risk of your test coming back negative.
Having to get another negative test to go back home.
Stuck in the country.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of risk.
Totally worth it. Don't regret doing it. But the anxiety though. That's about all that we got. We gotta go work out. Uncle Jose just got here.
Gotta go lift.
Go get a garage gym workout in. Hope you guys loved this video. We loved making it for you. We love you as always and catch you next time.